gentlemen that this interbasin transfer request coming from Charlotte, Mecklenburg, requesting water out of our basin, if it approved, it would be 73 million gallons of water a day coming out of our basin. And I think that we need to protect the interests of our children, our grandchildren, and the people who have been here, who have been good stewards of the resources that we have. And I'm 100% opposed to any basin transfer amount that's been requested. I think it's time that you guys are great commissioners, that we stand up for the people of McDowell County and say no to this basin transfer as a board. And I want my thoughts to be public concerning this. There's no doubt, no hesitation that I'm totally against the interbasin transfer, and will do everything within my means as one commissioner to fight it. Tommy, what's your thoughts?
Well, I agree 100%. You know, I think the water resources that we have here are vital to our area, and I don't think it's something that we need to put ourselves in jeopardy to jeopardize our water supply in order to allow another county to, I guess the term would be to make money off of it. And no, I'm certainly oppose it, and I'm all for the resolution that we have here today to oppose, show them that we do oppose it.
Commissioner Green.
I totally agree, and as I said earlier, our first obligation is to the citizens of McDowell County, and as I previously said, the idea of emptying Lake James to satisfy that request is basically what it would amount to. And if you do that, then the only water that you have is downstream. So I suggest that they figure out a way to use the water that's downstream rather than take it from the people in our county.
Another thing I'd like to add too, that that makes it even worse, and I mentioned this a lot, but the fact that the state owns so much of our county anyway, and we are deprived of revenue that we could have were it not for that. And I just don't agree with them to allow this to happen, to keep taking away from us and the resources that we have.
And in 2002, a 33 million gallon per day request was approved for Charlotte. In 2007, a 10 million gallon per day request was approved for Concord, Kannapolis. And fast forward to 2024, they want 30 more million gallons per day, which is very troubling, which an IBT should be a temporary measure that's put in place to accommodate growth, but not a permanent way to sustain that growth. They need to understand, they need to move forward with sustainable growth policies without coming back on another basin and saying, we want your water. Totally opposed to it. It's like taking it and saying thank you and nothing in return. Mr. Wooten, anything you need to add, sir?
I'll mention quickly, I think you made it very clear how you feel about it, so I won't belabor the point, but just more about the process. So before you get to action, there's a meeting tonight, as was alluded to, in Hickory. Staff will be present. I'll go, and Mr. Harlan as well, and as far as Madeline as well, representing the county. And we will communicate your opposition to it. I have spoken with Western Piedmont Council of Governments Director, who's Anthony Starr. As you probably remember and understand, we are not part of the Western Piedmont Council of Governments. However, back in the Concord, Kannapolis IBT request days, we were allowed to participate in discussions and meetings they had at that point, and I asked for that courtesy as well in this instance, which was certainly agreeable to Mr. Starr